Please, if you are watching this video, listen carefully. I want to show you some of the mystery that govern technical analysis that a lot of people don't understand. So I'm going to show you today. See, when you are analyzing market, either you follow existing trend, a continuation trend, or a reversing trend, whichever trend that you choose to follow. Note that no trend exists on its own. Every trend is subordinate to the previous trend. Do you get that? Now, for example, let's assume that we want to follow up with this trend now. Now, let's say we want to follow up with this trend. Where do you think this trend is going? That is the question you need to ask yourself. When you open your chart immediately, the first question that should come to your mind, where is this trend coming from and where is going? So looking at this market now, we see that this trend move from here, right? This trend move from here, right? I mark that place. Okay. This trend is subordinate to the previous trend. This is what people fail to understand. Mark the previous height of this trend. Now, this trend now is like a bus. A bus took off from point A here. A bus load passenger from point A to point B here, right? To point B. Now, where is this bus going to? It's going back to point A because that was the destination that it took from. Do you get it? I don't care how long it will take this bus on the road. Sometimes on the road, the bus might break down, the car might break down. So many things might happen on the road, but that is none of my business. All I know is that this bus is going back to where it came from. Now it load passenger from point A. It have come and drop passenger at point B. Now point C is taken to back to point A. Do you get it? It's taking it back to point A. But in some case, maybe the bus might break down on the road. Then the driver might decide to turn back again to point B to drop the passengers again. Do you get it? But in all, when you open a chart, look at where the market is coming from. Once you can spot out where the market is coming from, you can easily identify where it's going. Do you get that? Now, for example, let's go back to where you see now this. Can you see this trend now? Let me show you something. You see this trend? This trend move from here to here. After dropping the passenger, it begin to drop down here. Can you see? It begin to drop down here. Drop down all the way to where this bus left. It dropped down to this place. So if I see that a market have reached the end of the previous trend, once I see that the market has reached the end of the previous trend, I don't have any reason to enter the same market again. Either I'm waiting for the reversal or I'm waiting for this horizontal line, right? For this horizontal line to be break before I'll think of, okay, continue with the trend again. So when I see that this new trend have already reached the end of the previous trend, why should I still be selling the market again? Rather, I wait for a reversal for the market to go back to where it came from. Do you get it? Or before I will continue any continuation, I have to wait for this market to break down here to show me that yes, this bus is still going further than where it stopped. It's still going further. But as far as I didn't see any sign here, I have to wait, and all my expectation will be that this market is reversing back to this place. Do you get it? This is the mystery of technical analysis. So it's very easy to analyze market. As this market is like this, I know for sure that yes, this market is going to point A. It's going to point A. This is where it came from and it's coming here. is coming here. My own now is to figure out the next nearest bus stop that this market is going to stop, so that I will enter the bus and go to the destination. Do you get it? So in find that nearest bus stop, you zoom back to the previous bus stop. How can we find the previous bus stop? Now let me show you something here. Now this market was trading down, right? This, now it trade down here, it retraced back up here. Now this retracement, coming down of this retracement, is going to be the bus stop for the current trend. Now I can easily figure my bus stop around this place because I see support here. Can you see? I see support around this place, and that is exactly where that market stopped before the pulling up started. Can you see? It came here before the pulling up started. Now I will mark the previous height again. Can you see? I'll mark this previous height. This previous height now become my next bus stop to enter this bus whenever it drop the passenger at any nearest bus stop. Now it's going to retrace back down here. So this place now has become my nearest bus stop to enter this market and continue with the rest of the passenger to the destination. Do you get it? So this is how easy technical analysis is. Do you get it? So that is that.